Hello everyone, and today, me and Jamie are reviewing one of the most awesome comic book movies of all time, Spider-Man.
Yes, we are going to review this movie today because we feel a little bored. Are you ready, Memcat?
Okay. Spider-Man is a 2002 American superhero film directed by Sam Raimi and written by David Koepp. Based on Marvel comic character of the same name, the film stars Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, a high school student who turns to crime fighting after developing spider-like powers. Spider-Man also stars Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn, also known as the Green Goblin, Kirsten Dunst as Peter's love interest Mary Jane Watson, and James Franco as his best friend Harry Osborn.
After being stuck in development tech for nearly 25 years, the film was licensed for a worldwide release by Sony Pictures Entertainment in 1999 after it acquired options from MGM on all previous scripts developed by Canon Films, Carolco and New Canon. Exercising its option on just two elements from this multi-script acquisition, a screenplay credited to James Cameron, Ted Newsom, John Brancato, Barney Cohen and Joseph Goldman, the pen name of Menachem Golan, and a later treatment credited solely to Cameron, Sony hired David Koepp to create a working screenplay from this Cameron material. Director Roland Emmerich, Tim Burton, Chris Columbus, and David Fincher were considered to direct the project before Raimi was hired as director in 2000. The Koepp script was rewritten by Scott Rosenberg during pre-production and received a dialogue polish from Alvin Sargent during production.
Filming took place in Los Angeles, San Francisco and New York City from the 8th of January to the 30th of June 2001. Spider-Man was released on May 3, 2002, and became a critical and financial success. With $821.7 million worldwide, it was 2002's third highest grossing film and is the 33rd highest grossing film of all time. Reviews were very positive with critics praising the film in several aspects. Spider-Man was, for its time, the only film to reach $100 million in its first weekend, the largest opening weekend gross of all time, and the most successful film based on a comic book. Spider-Man also has two sequels, Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3. A reboot, titled The Amazing Spider-Man, was released on July 3, 2012. I watched Spider-Man all the time on HBO and Cinemax On Demand because it was a go movie. But let's begin with the plot.
High school senior Peter Parker visits a genetics laboratory with his friend Harry Osborn and Peter's love interest, Mary Jane Watson. There, Peter is bitten on the hand by a genetically engineered super spider. Shortly after arriving home to his Aunt May and Uncle Ben, he is rendered unconscious. Meanwhile, Harry's father, scientist Norman Osborn, owner of Oscorp, is attempting to preserve his company's critically important military contract. He experiments on himself with a new but unstable performance-enhancing chemical vapor that increases his speed, strength, and stamina. However, it also drives him insane and he kills his assistant, Mendel Stromm.
The next morning, Peter finds that his previously impaired vision has improved and that his body has metamorphosized into a more muscular physique. At school, he finds his body producing webbing and that his quickened reflexes let him avoid injury during a confrontation with bully Flash Thompson. Peter discovers he has developed superhuman speed, strength, the ability to stick to surfaces, and a heightened ability to sense danger.
Brushing off Uncle Ben's advice that, with great power comes great responsibility, Peter enters a wrestling tournament to get money to buy a car and impress Mary Jane. He wins his match, but the promoter cheats him out of the contest money. When a thief steals money from the promoter, Peter allows the thief to escape. He later discovers his Uncle Ben has been carjacked and shot dead. Peter confronts the carjacker only to realize it was the same thief he let get away. After Peter disarms him, the fleeing carjacker falls out the window and dies. Meanwhile, Norman Osborn kills several scientists in the military's General Slocum.
Upon graduating school, Peter begins using his abilities to fight injustice, donning a costume in the persona of Spider-Man. Newspaper editor J. Jonah Jameson hires as a freelance photographer, since Peter is the only person providing clear images of Spider-Man.
Norman, upon learning Oscorp's board members plan to sell the company, assassinates them at the World Unity Fair. Jameson quickly dubs the mysterious killer the Green Goblin. The Goblin offers Spider-Man a place at his side, but Spider-Man refuses. At the Osborn and Parker's Thanksgiving dinner, Norman, unknown to Peter, deduces Spider-Man's true identity. The Green Goblin subsequently attacks and hospitalizes Aunt May.
Mary Jane admits she has a crush on Spider-Man, who has rescued her on numerous occasions, and she asks Peter whether Spider-Man ever asked about her. Harry, who loves Mary Jane, arrives and learns she does feel likewise toward him. Devastated, Harry tells his father that Peter loves Mary Jane, unintentionally revealing Spider-Man's biggest weakness.
The Goblin holds Mary Jane in a Roosevelt Island tramcar full of children hostage alongside the Queensboro Bridge. He forces Spider-Man to choose who he wants to save, and drops Mary Jane and the children. Spider-Man manages to save both Mary Jane and the tramcar, while the Goblin is pelted by civilians showing loyalty to Spider-Man. The Goblin then grabs Spider-Man and throws him into an abandoned building where they fight. When the Goblin boasts of how he will later kill Mary Jane, an enraged Spider-Man overpowers the Goblin, unmasking him.
Norman begs for forgiveness, but his Goblin persona attempts to remote control his glider to impale Spider-Man. The superhero avoids the attack, causing the glider to impale Norman instead, and he dies asking Peter not to tell Harry about the Green Goblin. Spider-Man takes Norman's body back to Norman's house and hides the Green Goblin's equipment. At Norman's funeral, Harry swears vengeance toward Spider-Man, believing him responsible for killing his father, and asserts that Peter is all he has left. Mary Jane confesses to Peter she is in love with him, but Peter, feeling that he must protect her from the unwanted attentions of Spider-Man's enemies, hides his true feelings and tells her that they can only be friends. As Peter leaves the funeral, he recalls Ben's words about responsibility, and accepts his new life as Spider-Man.
As for the critical reception, Spider-Man received overwhelmingly positive reviews from film critics. Review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes calculated an 89% overall approval based on 216 reviews. 46. The casting, mainly Tobey Maguire, is often cited as one of the film's high points.
Well, as for this movie, I gave this one a 4 out of 4 stars. This is on both the great comic book movies that I watched for a really long time.